So that's how it looks at the moment with only plaster bandage applied on it. It's already hardened, and we can proceed with applying our textured paste, which we will be mixing with some PVA glue just for the durability, and so it doesn't crack when we apply our paint. So, all right, we will be taking our wall filler. I have some, and I'll be putting it here. And PVA glue. And I just add a bit of that in here. And then I will be mixing it all together, as I showed you before. So we mix it all nicely so it creates a smooth paste. Had to sit down because my back was hurting so much from leaning over the table. I got used to working on a floor. That's just the most comfortable position for me. So that's why I'm telling you to find the comfortable position for yourself so you don't have a backache or anything like that. Okay, so we've mixed our filler with glue, and then what we will be doing is just applying it onto our artwork, like so. Apply it everywhere. If there's some fibers from your plaster bandage, just take them off. And now we have to make sure that we've applied our textured paste all over our artwork to make sure that it's all covered nicely. Don't rush. You can apply quite a bit if you want. I think I will just apply one layer, but when it dries, I'll just see. Maybe I will need to apply a little bit more. After we've applied our textured paste and it's all dried, we can sand it down and paint over it. And as I said before, if you want, you can leave it white. Just paint it over with some white color, because this wall filler, even though it's white and it dries white, but because I add PVA glue, sometimes it can go a little bit like not even orangey color, but a little bit kind of dark. It has a bit of yellow tint to it. So just to be sure, I would rather paint over with just white paint if you want to do that. And yeah, this is going to be time consuming as well, as always, just because we don't want to miss any of the spots. We want to cover everything fully. If you feel that your texture is a bit on a kind of runny side, a bit too liquidy, don't know how to say it in a different way, you can just add, which I'm actually thinking of adding some extra filler, and then I will just give it a nice mix. It will just be a little bit easier to apply it. Okay. You can use whatever tools you want. You can use a little bit of water later on to smooth it out as well, like we did with our previous artwork. This type of artwork is much more difficult to sand because there's all these creases and it's just not as easy to get into some places. So if you take care of it in the beginning and just go over your artwork with some uh, wet brush, you will be able to smooth it out. And then, as you know, you won't be needing to do as much sanding later on. When you finish applying all of it, then we'll go over with our brush, and then it will look completely different. If you feel like you get tired or losing your motivation to create at the moment, or it's just a little bit too much, take a break. Take a break. Take a day, 2, a week. Don't rush it. Don't rush yourself. Don't put pressure, because you need to enjoy the creation process. You need to like it. And it needs to be a relaxing process. It needs to be something that you look forward to. You don't want it to be something that, oh, I have to finish it. I have to do it. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything. If you feel like it's a little bit too much or too overwhelming, just leave it for a little while. Go for a nice walk. Grab a cup of coffee with your friends or just by yourself if you like it that way better. Get into that mindset of creating, and then it will be so nice. Sometimes I feel like I don't want to do anything, and I don't. I don't pressure myself because I love art. I love creating, and I don't want this creative process to become something of a chore, something that I have to do, or just have to force myself uh, to put my mindset to do it. I don't want it to be like that. I think it takes the pleasure of creating an artwork, just takes it away straight away. So for me, I just try not to rush the process. Sometimes I can create artwork every day, and sometimes it will take me to finish one artwork, and I have few of them that are amazing, and I can't wait to show you how they look like, but at the same time I just can't get to them because I just don't feel that inspired. And if I don't feel inspired, then I'd rather don't touch it. And the same I would say to you as well. Don't pressure yourself to do something if you're not feeling of doing it in that moment. So it has to be an enjoyable process. That's how it started for me. I started doing my art for myself, not for anyone to see. Not many people knew actually about me doing my art journey, starting my art journey. I didn't tell anyone, to be honest, just told, obviously, my husband and my son knew. That's it. And I just did it for myself, and it helped me a lot. So if you do struggle with mental health, or if you feel down, or if you feel like you don't know what to do with yourself, just take a piece of paper or buy cheap canvas, um, cheap paints, and just start doing something. Start painting. You will see your time will fly so quickly. And usually when I paint or when I make this type of art, I always realize that I've like my mind goes completely blank and I just concentrate only on my art. I'll stop talking now and I will show you a little bit of close-up on how it looks at this moment. And later, then yeah, we will be smoothing it out and leaving it for 24 hours for it to harden completely. And then we can start sanding it down. And you're more than welcome to think in the moment while it all dries. And yeah, you can just think about what colors would you like to see on your artwork. If you want to create some extra patterns with some texture, you can do so. If you want to create gradient, is a gradient, I think, yeah, like kind of transition from one color to another color, that's amazing. That's, I think, what I'm going to be doing with this artwork, but I will see how it goes. And if you want to put some gold leaf or silver leaf on it, like, the world is your oyster. Do however it's easy for you, whatever your vision for this artwork is. I just give you the basics on how to do it, how to prepare it, and then all the paint choices and extra textures and extra patterns, that's all down to you. So it's your artwork, it's your choice, and obviously you know what works better with you, for you. Sometimes I go plain and I feel like, oh, that's it. And I think it depends on my mood as well. So my mood changes sometimes quite a bit, and I can be very inspired, especially when it's autumn time. I really like all the colors and everything, and I'm just getting so inspired by colors. And maybe people who follow me on social medias, they will notice that when I get inspired by colors, because I start to create more colorful artworks, and yeah, there's quite a bit of color in them. And sometimes I just go very minimalistic and I don't use a lot of paints. I just try to keep it as simple as I possibly can, because not everybody likes colors and chaotic artworks, and some people just like it simple and very minimalistic. Like, it's I think at the moment everything is kind of minimalism is it at the moment, and people decorate their houses and Christmas trees and um, everything very, very kind of uh, calm tones, color tones, and everything. So I feel like I want to include a little bit of color, because it will bring that modern feel to the artwork, and it's just fun. It's fun. I don't always want to see something just simple, white or black, or sometimes I just want it to be something that people never saw before. For example, different color combinations that you wouldn't usually see in people's houses on an artwork, because usually people maybe use landscapes, or for this sort of art, they just choose one color for it and make it simpler. Whereas I like to see how far I can go with colors sometimes. So don't be afraid to try. If you don't like the color, at the end of the day, you can always change it. You can always color it black, or you can color it white and then repaint it different colors, different color combination, or leave it white. So there is like no pressure. And it's not like, oh, that's it, I've colored, it has to stay this way. It doesn't. I think with this type of art, and with any type of art, you can always change things. Paint it over, start from the beginning, and do however it's easier and more comfortable for you. All right, so now I will be showing you the close-up to this artwork, so you can see how it looks at the moment, and then we will be smoothing it out as much as we can. So this is how it looks at the moment. So I will be using 2 brushes, and I'll see which one I like the most. Or this one. Yeah, I think. And now we just wait until it dries. You can actually grab a wet wipe or a wet piece of cloth. I'll be using a wet wipe. And then just clean the excess off. Tuck some of it in if there's something to. Then just tidy it up a little bit, so you don't have to do that when it's all dry. And now we just leave it to dry. Think about your color choices. Whatever you want to see on your wall.